Hey, how's it going, YouTubers? My fellow steampunk makers and Star Wars fanatics. Just making a quick little video here, hopefully not much more than a couple of minutes. Wanted to show a steampunk lightsaber I've been working on. It's obviously a fusion of two of my favorite subjects, steampunk and Star Wars. I'm what you would call a Star Wars baby. I was 14 years old, 13 or 14 in 77 when it came out. So I'm one of the original diehards. I love all the movies. You know how we are. Even if they suck, we still like them. Anyway, so I'm kind of finished with this lightsaber. I'm not sure if I'll tweak it a little bit more. I set out the normal lightsabers that I've already collected, just for some perspective. Even the video is a little funny on the perspective. I can tell you the lightsaber I made is only about an inch and a quarter longer than Obi-Wan's. Obi-Wan's is about the longest one, and it's not even that much bigger than the Vader one at the top there. But like I said, camera perspective is a little funny. So I'm gonna set it down, and you can see for comparison. So there you go. Again, it looks probably like 3 inches longer, but it's not. It's I measured it. It's a little over an inch, about an inch and a quarter. So anyway, let me get these other ones out of the way. And like I said, it'll be quick. I wanted to do this because I really get bummed out every time I go to a how-to video on whatever it is that I want to do. And you see the people, pulling out all kinds of exotic tools. And by exotic, I mean not common. A bandsaw, a wood lathe, a metal lathe, a laser cutter, stuff the regular guy looking on YouTube for a tutorial does not have. So I wanted to see if I can make this lightsaber with just the really basic tools you would commonly have. The only things I used were a vice grip, various screwdrivers. I used some torque wrenches. Those are maybe not too common, but they were like easy ones to find, a couple bucks over at a Lowe's or Home Depot or something. And other than that, really, I can't think of anything unusual I used. That was it. So if you pick up, the parts, and I can tell you now, you can go to Etsy and pick up, all these little brass parts. I was gonna list them in the video, but it's just to taste, and you can just go and you'll recognize these parts when you see them on Etsy and you do a search. But Online Metals is where I got the tubes, the brass tubes. This is all brass and copper. It weighs over 3 pounds. I know it sounds heavy, but to me it feels really good in my hands. It feels like nice and chunky. And just obviously, like any steampunk maker, use your imagination, start throwing stuff on there until you basically run out of room, which is what I did. I'm more of a traditional steampunk. I've been doing this for, since like 1987. Not building lightsabers, but just I've been into steampunk. And it's progressed to now basically commercial, and everything's nice and pretty and shiny. And it's not like before where you just grab stuff out of the trash and just crammed it onto a ring or a watch or something and called it a day, and people thought you were crazy. So there you have it. It's actually a functioning lightsaber. It is not a combat lightsaber. So I'm not going to stick a blade. I did buy a blade, a Starlight. I'm waiting for it to arrive, so it's not here yet. It's got a basic soundboard and got like 3 fonts on it, like the Master, the Best. So
the Master.
There you go. I'm not going to blind you guys by shooting the light right into the lens, but now the only thing I did want to do that I haven't seen, maybe it's out there, I just didn't see it, I'm not gonna lie, I looked all over the place for ideas and what to do. And let's see if the camera captures this. Now, those little these little hoses, they come out of this end because you have to separate this. I might make another one and work on a different way to do it. But I've seen crystal chambers, but I wanted to animate it. Something cool, not just a crystal sitting in there. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with that, but and it looks cool. It was my inspiration, but I just thought I want to do something really crazy, steampunky. So there you have it. Really, that's all there is to it. Nothing else spectacular about it. Now, when you put these back together, you just gotta grab the little hoses and just stick them back in there. That's it. Good to go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you got any comments, put them down. I don't mind negative comments. Not everybody's into steampunk. Inevitably, somebody's going to say, wow, that's the butt ugliest thing I've ever seen. But please, no profanity or anything on my channel. All right? Thanks, guys.